and gentlemen, welcome to Shanghai Tower. Welcome
delivery. This is the food delivery robot, I think. Oh man, I'm jealous. See, we could get one of these. So cool.